Welcome back to Missin The Homies, everybody. This is the show where I bullshit with my homies. And tonight, on this Wednesday night, it's Wednesday, my dudes. I have the OG podcast homie, my cousin Edmund. Welcome back for the fifth pod.
It is 11 o'clock my time. I just want to show the dedication we have to this pod.
Dedicated.
For sure. And I like leave you hanging till the end of the day every time. I was like, dude, give me some time.
Well, what's funny? Let's crack these, and then I'm gonna tell you why that's funny.
Dude, this is kind of like a hangout. It's kind of
Dude,
a hangout.
That's literally what that is the entire. You've hit it on the head. That was the whole goal of this. I mean, at the beginning was just to hang out.
Right, right. Would we hang if you were in Michigan? You lived here for years, and we actually did spend. We hung out.
Did hang. What do you even say? What do you even
would
say?
Would we hang on like a Wednesday night at 11 o'clock? Probably not.
Probably not. But you know what I've found fun about this whole thing? It's me being so with my ADHD, I can't like keep what's it called? It's when something's not in front of you, you forget it's there. So with like having so many friends, I like can't focus, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to call this person to hang out or this person. But with the podcast and it being like, okay, this is Edmund's month. Edmund is my friend for the month. Like, and it's such a weird way that I've like tricked myself into hanging out with. And it's like, and it's weird because like even my last month with my friend Stassi, like when we ended the month, it was like, okay, bye. I'll talk to you like later, I guess. So it's so cool because it is like a forced hangout.
Before this, I would call you like once a month, once every 2 months, and ask like a tech question or what do you think about this this
A
camera
camera.
or something? Yeah, or like what's up with Chicago? Like I would like get nostalgic of like our early content creation days. Where like, dude, you were the first guy to tell me do it, start a YouTube channel. I'm hype as fuck. You like gassed me up about it. And I'm like so thankful. Not that it like blew up in some illustrious career, like you say, but it's something that we do. It's something we enjoy doing.
And that's like, you know, so I spent all day today going through my like archives of pictures, like the pictures I sent you the other day of Yumi Merrick in your garage with the screen press.
I don't even remember I remember taking like a photo. I don't remember having a full photo shoot. Like,
So that was like, that's why I think it's so funny. And honestly, like I kind of want to bring the vlog-esque, like having my camera with me everywhere, because like every moment was documented, and I remember like being in it and just being so excited to be like, oh, these are going to be so cool to look at later. And today I had I had the moment. I was like, oh my god, these are so cool to look at now.
Which, by the way, this is similar. It's similar to the Tome Time merch we did. There were crews. I brought the crew back.
I like the crew, especially like the like slate gray.
And like an oversized crew is pretty good right now.
Oh yeah.
So speaking of making like stuff, we're making merch for the end of this project. So what do you want to do exactly? What do we got to do?
Okay, so like I said, I spent all day going through the archives of pictures, and I didn't mock anything up, but I'm trying to think of like I don't know how. The first thing that comes to my mind is like I went to Cedar Point and all I got was this shitty shirt. I want it like I think that kind of like went on Tone Time and all I got was this shirt or something like that.
So am I making you something? You're making me something? Cross branded? Or should we do an Outrun Tone Time collab?
Ooh, an Outrun Tone Time collab. What would that even look like?
I feel like we joked around about that earlier. Like, did we ever? I feel like we did
Dude,
one.
I've always, and I could never like get it to work, but I always wanted to do like a downriver like logo. Like you know how they have like the old English D? Like
Oh, like
I
the murder mitten, the thing that's like a gun, but
yeah,
it's a mitten. You seen that
no
with the gun? That it's a thing.
yeah. But
That's kind of like Downriver.
I was thinking something for downriver, but I could never like make it and I'm like not a designer or anything, so I like and I can't draw. So I like would just sit in there and think I'd be like, how
Well, you
would
don't
this
need to
look?
draw anymore, Tony. You know what you have? You have Midjourney, you have Chat GPT,
Is
you
that
have
free? Is Midjourney
AI.
free?
No, like you can do like a couple little samples free, and then it's $10 a month, which I actually paid for and then canceled immediately because there's so many free AI generators now. Um,
Have you
so
messed with the AI at all?
I've done a couple. I haven't done like the Chat GPT, like conversational stuff, but
It
I,
sound like
yeah, yeah.
I've done it with my friend. Done it with my friend. It sounds like a drug. Like me and my friend Grant messed around with the Chat GPT,
Yeah.
and it's cool. But like I've seen a lot of stuff where it's like use it as a brainstorming tool, and if you use it for like 5 minutes and you see the stuff that it pumps out, it sounds so robotic that like it sounds weird. Like you can tell.
Well, you've got
It,
to prompt it the right way, right? So if people that are really good with it are the people that can prompt it, meaning like specify the tone, the voice, how they want it told. You've got to give it direction. Otherwise, it will just be a really good search engine. So
mm,
ChatGPT just like funnels all the search engines of internet into something like that you're asking for. And if you just ask it for like trivial shit, yeah, it sounds like it's just a robot telling you like the square volume of the Grand Canyon, and then that's it, right? But if you ask it to like stylize something in the voice of this person, it's really good.
mm, that's so crazy. I wonder if that's gonna be like a skill like Googling,
So
like how typing
like
was.
your brother, like Michael's already on top of it. He like to do all his like listings for his he's trying to do drop shipping,
Hmm.
and he did like the AI generated like script for like the brief of what the product is. He asks it like what keywords it should be tagged in for most like virality for search engines. Like, I don't know. I guess it's really good at doing that kind of shit. Um,
That's so.
yeah.
It's so wild to like. It's so weird. It's so weird.
So Chat GPT is on version like 3 point something right now. They're
Hmm.
going to release Chat GPT 4.0, and they're saying that's like 10x. I don't know if it's 10x or 100x Chat GPT like abilities.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like a huge leap. They've been using 3.0 for the last however many years, and when 4.0 rolls out, it's supposed to be like game over kind of shit.
How long has it even been around? Because I mean, I have heard of it
Like
maybe within the past like 6 months, eight
yeah, I'd
months.
say the last 6 months, it's kind of like, but I'm sure it's been around for a long time, just kind of like behind, like
I
niche
was gonna say
people that
that seems like something you would be on.
I found out about it when everybody else did. The Midjourney AI art, like that hit like the art space early. And you probably heard about it early because you're kind of in the creative field,
Mm,
but you weren't in like what do you call it? Like visual, like concept art. So I'm into concept art. I don't
yeah,
create it, but I'm into it. I love like video game concept art and all that shit. So like that like business model is kind of going away with AI. Like AI can generate concept art like an instant in other people's style. So the argument is like, is it stealing? Is it theft? Is it stealing somebody's like style or voice? Because it does have to pull from something. So say like, well, let's use you
yeah,
as an example. Like Antonio Kanja, in the style of Antonio, can you do or your radio show? You had hundreds of hours of voice in your radio show back in college.
yeah.
So that's all on the internet. So if it wants to pull your voice from all that data and do a radio show in your voice, it could probably fucking do it. So if you have enough of that stuff out there that it can pull from, is it stealing? Is it original?
That's
Um,
where it gets like weird for me. I mean, the whole artist thing, like especially people, I feel like it is kind of fucked up for people to like take it from other people to make their. I'm thinking like somebody taking feeding it somebody's art so they don't have to pay like for a commission or something. And
Yeah.
I because I mean with my reading of comic books lately, I've gotten into like that circle of Twitter and seeing that, and that was like I got really deep into onto an AI hole one day, and I was like, it's
Yeah.
just like so above my understanding of it because it's so. I mean, it's so deep right now, even in its
Yeah.
infancy.
Yeah. Well, I think naming it like AI, because that's the buzzword right now for anything. Anything that's like, I don't even, so artificial intelligence. When I was like young, they always said that it was like never ever gonna like come to
Never.
fruition. It would never be a thing because artificial intelligence was just like a science fiction buzzword.
Yeah.
And even now,
When
like
did Terminator come out? Do you remember Terminator
80,
come?
80, 85, 86, like late 80s. Um, but that's always been like a core feature of science fiction was
Yeah.
like computers taking over, robots, artificial intelligence. So I wouldn't even call this AI. They're just using it as like a buzzword. It's just a really advanced search engine. I'd call like the artistic version of AI, like Mid Journey and those other ones, like the ones that can actually create like visuals.
Hmm.
Like those blow my mind because they're so fucking good. Like there's cartoony ones, but there's ones that
See,
are
and
so fucking well done.
I haven't even looked into the visuals of it at all.
Oh,
Like
it's incredible. That's
I've
such
only even like I've heard of Mid Journey only because I worked with Lighthouse Immersive who did the immersive Van Gogh and all of those like
Oh yeah, yeah. They had it here in Detroit. They brought that here. Yeah.
yeah, so like I only heard about it because I worked with like that space like in the past 6 months. So
Okay.
like it's I don't know, it's just crazy, dude.
And you can
Um
also feed it things. So like if you feed it 100 photos that you took or photos of yourself, and then you ask it to put Antonio Canja in a medieval knight like scenario, it could use those photos you put and then add
oh
prompts.
yeah,
It'll
I
create.
saw the trend where people were putting those on Instagram and
Oh,
shit.
that app thing. That app thing was like a simple oversimplification of that tool, but
Yeah.
feeding it something and then asking it to pull from that feed is really fucking cool. Like, I
Now
don't know.
why can't
Yeah.
they do hands? I don't
Yeah.
understand that.
Dude, even you just doing that pose right now is like so so I was an art kid. So in art school or any art class, everybody knows fingers are the hardest fucking thing to draw. It always ends up looking really chunky and blocky and not real. Fingers are incredibly tough. AI still has not perfected hands and fingers. Um,
That's the dividing line for
and
now.
eyes. Like eyes were always hard to draw, and AI has a hell of a hard time like visualizing eyes too. They always look like uncanny. It always makes it look a little funny.
Mhm.
So it'll get there. It'll get there. But
All right. So, do we start pumping ideas into Chat GPT
for
for
merch,
for a tone time outrun downriver collabo?
we should do an AI generated merch drop. Use AI exclusively, and whatever it creates, we have to pick. Like it'll give us like 4 or 5 visuals, and then we pick one.
I'd be down. Dude, let's do it. And then
We'll put outrun. We'll put like a few prompts in.
we'll put
Printful,
and then we'll oh my gosh. And then we'll each order one on off Printful.
so that I don't have to make it. Yeah. Okay. Even better. Can we? Yeah. We'll send it. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do.
Let's do it. Okay. So, what? Wait. Let me
How
just
about this? Each of us do it, but we do it in secret. We can't like show each other,
ooh, should we
and then we'll do. Yeah, we'll do it
blind
blind,
send one?
and then we'll do like a reveal, and that's what we'll do. So I'll ship it to you before our next episode. How long does it take? 7 days? 10 days?
I
How long?
love it. I don't know. So okay, so look, our last episode. So this episode is going to come out on Monday the 27th, and then our last episode is Friday the 31st. So
So we've got about 10 days,
I think we could do it.
dude. So you'd have to do it like in the next day or two. Do
I
the
could do that.
prompt, do the AI art. You can't tell me anything about it. and it's got to okay. So let's do some ground rules because we need rules. We need
Okay,
rules.
wait. So wait.
Guys,
Let me grab my iPad, dude. I speaking of being an art kid, I really wish I could draw, but I oh no, but I got this iPad.
is it a mini?
Yeah. Oh my
You got a pen?
gosh, dude. Love the
Is that like an Apple pencil that looks like a number two pencil?
yeah.
That's fucking sweet,
So I
actually.
had to get a case for it because because it kept rolling off tables and I kept dropping it and I was like, dude, I'm gonna break this. And this pencil is too much money.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. So like it actually has that little that black stem, so it stops it from rolling.
Yeah. So you can
Yeah,
take the
that's
you could take the clip off, but it's also like got the ridges. Oh, focus.
no, I love it. I think that's like way
Focus.
more. Is it way more like
It's got a nice grip to it. It's like
tile?
yeah. Okay. So ground rules. Ground rules.
Okay, so I think okay, things that it needs, things that need to be in it.
Ground rules. So wait, let's clarify real quick. Am I making you an outrun piece of merch and you're making me a tone time, or are we each
No, we are
making
doing
we're each making
a
a
collab.
collab? Got it.
Yeah, yeah, but it's got to be just like our variant. We have
Okay.
two variants. Collab.
Okay. Outrun X tone time.
So obviously, it's got to have the brands in it. So that's just ground rules. Outrun,
Mm-hmm.
tone time, got it.
I can send. I'll send you my my like little clock logo. So if you want to put that in, or if you
No,
want
no,
to,
let's let AI generate. So you're telling me clock logo, I will just use that prompt. I'll be like alarm clock,
okay,
uh, or like primitive sketch of alarm clock because that's what your logo was like a sketch of one, like
dude,
a very
it was
amateur
me.
sketch.
It was me like banging my head against my laptop for 4 hours in Photoshop to make the
I
simplest.
remember when you did that.
And I came in, I was so proud. Evan, look at what I spent all day on. You're like, can knock that shit out in 10
No,
minutes.
I didn't say that. I think I had to rework it for it to work. But okay,
No.
let's use
Okay.
the power of AI to generate the visuals though.
Okay. AI visuals. Visuals. Hashtag no stealing from artists. Pay your artists.
Yeah. So what can we use? We can't use Midjourney because it's being so there's like Dolly. Write this down. DALLE. Dolly, I believe, is free.
DALLE.
Midjourney, you could probably get a trial. You can do that. However you can find it. There's apps that do it now. Somehow
Okay.
it's going to be AI generated.
Okay.
What
Well,
other guidelines?
so what would I put in for yours? Like athletic brand?
I
Because
think
you don't have like a
obviously,
clock. You don't
yes,
have.
I don't have like a mascot or a logo or something. So, just obviously outrun the term.
Mhm.
I've got like my phrases, but I don't know. Like nobody cares. Work harder. I've got trying to think like a skull logo. Yeah, just put in your prompts that you think my
That I
brain
think.
that my brain kind of like signals to you. I guess.
Okay. All right. Okay. Any other ground rules? Let's think.
Is it going to be just a shirt? You think, or make a hoodie? Should we make hoodies? Crews?
I don't know.
Let's
I
keep it simple. Let's just do a T.
Yeah, we'll do a T. Or
What are you thinking? Or leave that up to you too, or do you should I think we should have the same.
no, we should have the same. Hmm.
I like a black tee. A black tee is always clean.
A black tee is always dude. I'm wearing. Oh, Jake.
Is that a Vreeland shirt?
I'm wearing a Freeland.
Wait, who is Jake? We had a Jake.
I don't know. I was.
Is that Big J? That might be from Big. That might be a customer.
I think it might. I think it might have been Big Jake's. But I came into the store one day and my dad was like, "Please take a Vreeland shirt." I'm like, "Dad, I have like 7 Vreeland shirts. Like, I'm good."
He
He's like,
gave you one with a name.
"No." He's like, "Please, please, just take one." So I was like, "Okay." And I reached in the pile. I was like, "All right, I'll take this one." He's like, "Does it say anything?" I was like, "Yeah, it says Jake, but I'm Jake now." And I put it over my shoulder, and he's like, "Okay,
That's awesome. All right,
okay."
write that down. Black T-shirt. I think
Black
that's.
tea,
I don't think we need to like totally guideline it. I just think some ground rules.
black tea. Um,
What does it require?
yeah, I'm trying to think what else. What else could we do? or if there's anything.
AI
So
art, both brands, black t-shirt, create your own visuals.
so let me tell you my idea for the like what I told you at the beginning. So my vision for the like piece of merch or whatever at the end came from uh like a souvenir
Mhm.
really to fill up like this shelf, which I moved around the other day and I think it looks so cool. Like
It does
that
look a little better than you remember it.
that's
Yeah.
my drone with with a gorilla pod underneath. Oh, so
Can
cool.
I add one thing though? That directional light. Try
That's,
having one like vertical or downward. What is it? It's shining on the drone. It kind of like the drone kind of looks like a spider mech or something like that, but it's pretty cool.
yeah, that's the plan.
I got you. Yeah, it looks
Um
like what's that? War of the Worlds, the alien movie. I don't know. It looks like it's got like spider mech legs. The drone does. But okay, continue. So your idea.
so the idea was to I'm asking my friends to do this with me for a month and it's fun, it's a hangout, but like it also is a commitment. And so in my head, I'm like, if I'm asking my friends to do something, I kind of want to give them something and like leave them with like a little to me, like I have all of these like little knickknacks from stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like these, did you notice? Framed.
That's the original red Tone Time shirt.
So I put a piece of red construction paper, but this is the
Oh, is that the
screen
vellum
print.
print? Is that the screen? That's the transfer that would
Yeah.
be burned onto the screen to make the shirt. You saved that. That's fucking awesome.
Yes, sir. Okay, so I have like all of these like little knickknacky stuff from stuff, and it's like I feel like there's two ways to have garbage. You can either have a lot of garbage that means nothing, or you can have a lot of garbage that means something. So that was like that was my idea, and it came from this one night I was on set with it was just a random set, but I wound up working with two of my friends and this other guy who I had just met. Anyways, after the shoot, like we just had a stupid fun night. Like we went out and grabbed food. We went to Walmart. We like were goofing around at Walmart. And at the end of one of the jokes throughout the night was somebody picked up an 8 ball, like a magic 8 ball, and was like, dude, we should go on set tomorrow and not answer anybody's questions until we consult the magic 8 ball. And just the like idea of that, like I was this close to pissing my pants in Walmart, like at like 1 in the morning. So I was like, oh, we should buy these magic 8 balls. And then we literally like carried these magic 8 balls throughout Walmart. And then we get to the end and we're like, we're not going to buy these magic 8 balls. What are we going to do with these magic 8 balls at the end? So like we wound up not getting them, but
You didn't get one?
we didn't get any of them. So like now to this day, I'm like, oh, I wish I had a magic 8 ball to like commemorate that night.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude,
so
I
like,
forgot those were a thing.
yeah, so that was kind of like my thought of like
Mm,
giving somebody something. So like I gave my friend Stassi last month um a Stranger Things Funko Pop with a mini magic 8 ball in it. So
that's
I was like that I think we should include the magic 8 ball in the merch
I like it. I
as
like
a
it. All right,
prompt.
let's do it. As like what do they call that? Like an Easter egg for
Yeah.
a Magic 8 Ball. That should be a theme carrying on to all of your Missing the Homies. Magic
So
somewhere in the thing.
so that's kind of my plan for every month, like with my send off gift to whatever the next person is,
Yeah.
there's going to be like some magic 8 ball element to it.
I love it.
And
I love it.
I'm like so I'm like even more
And
excited
it
for it.
doesn't have to be a physical thing, right? It could be like like for a shirt, I see. Okay, I'm not even going to tell you what I see. I already kind of like see
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah. No, no, no.
All right, sweet.
Wow.
So from an AI chat GPT conversation, we think of not only creating merch, but AI generated merch, which is even better.
Dude,
I like
talk
that.
about topical. dude.
What were we on the tail end of talking about last episode? The marathon recap.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a question, and
Yep.
feel free to tell me no. But me going through all these pictures today, I was just like having such great memories of like all the stuff I did, and I was like, huh. I wonder, like, I I just I'm wondering if you, with you being a dad soon, like, do you feel like before this big shift, there's anything that you like want to do or like haven't done or like I don't know.
Um, yeah, so okay, so I kind of was thinking like that early on, like selfishly, what do I want to get out of the way before like real adulthood happens? Because I feel like I'm 38 and I've lived this life up to this point like with no real responsibilities. Like, yeah, I have my own house, I have
You
my
have
own
two
bills,
cats.
I take care of my shit. I have two cats. But like not the burden, the responsibility of another life is like leaps and bounds. Like that's real
Yeah.
responsibility. And they say like life, as cliche it is, like life starts when you have a kid or like a family or whatever. So we'll see what this phase entails, but I don't think it's like, oh, there's the finish line. Like I have a kid now, my life is over.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah. No,
I
I
think
I'm
like
not saying that. I
yeah,
just
yeah.
like I mean like my buddy Tony with his when his son was born, like it's he from what he's told me, it's just like a completely different, like it's a different life. Not like
Mm.
your life is over, but like I mean your
You probably
priorities are
you probably
completely
should.
changed. So I was just
My thing is like time management, like what my time is gonna be. Like I am usually selfish with my time. I do the things I want to do when I need to do them.
mhm.
My days are usually pretty full. So like getting big projects, like sitting down with you and doing this would be like a thing I'd have to set time aside for. Gym, any like challenges I want to like give myself. That's why like the marathon, stuff like that, like the bench press competitions. I want to do a show in July. Like you're gonna laugh, but remember like Kyle Frazak, he did like a physique bodybuilding show thing. He cut down, like cut
Dude,
his weight.
hell yeah, I remember. We
Yeah, so I
went.
want to do something like that. Yeah, did you go with me? Dude,
Yeah.
I'm like totally yeah. So we did go. I made like a big fat head bobblehead of him.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Cuz
yeah. So that actually like really inspired me. And I tell him all the fucking time that like, dude, not many
dude,
people can say they've done that.
Kyle's the man, bro. I talk to Kyle, I wouldn't say all the time, but like semi frequently. And Kyle's like I love shout out Kyle, man. Like I
Dude,
hope
and he's crushing it, man. He went to California, like crushed it. Now he's like in Texas or Arizona, like building a house, doing this and that. Like, dude,
uh,
from like he didn't have humble beginnings. It's not like he was like fucking nothing.
yeah.
But he had two successful parents. But like coming from a guy who, like did it, built it himself, got his degree, went
Yeah.
out to California, left downriver. Like you left downriver, but like how many people actually go and do the thing? Like Kyle did it, man.
Yeah. So I guess with cuz when is she due?
June 16th.
Oh my gosh, and you want to do a show in July?
Middle. I haven't picked it, but like middle of June, middle of summer, which will put me. You've got to be like far enough out where you can prep for it. This isn't like something I'll enter next week. You got to be
Right,
like
right, right, right.
12 weeks of prep.
That's
So
cutting it real close. That's like after.
it is what it is. I'm gonna do it. But apparently, you're like not a happy person when you cut weight. Like it's like a miserable time, and you're kind of shitty to be around. So like,
Dude, maybe that's not the move.
no, I just feel like I want to do it. Like so, selfishly, I'm doing it like for the brand because the
Yeah.
brand needs like not just content, but like a challenge. The
Yeah.
whole brand is like nobody cares, work harder, be the best version of yourself, self excellence and all that. So like, how can I show that and do that and be that? Run
S-
marathons, enter shows,
So
do
this show is
podcasts.
your next challenge.
Yeah. So I want to show like you can do the marathon, which is like cardio, and then you could do a show, which is like physically difficult. Like both are physically difficult, but in
Oh,
different.
dude, yeah. I mean, it's emotionally difficult too, dude. I like as much as I'm shouting out Kyle, like we bullied the fuck out of Kyle for what he like Kyle was so strict to what he
Had
ate, to
this
what he
discipline.
drank.
Discipline.
Like it was crazy. That's
He
why
made
I wanted to
pizzas
go.
every day. He made pizzas every day.
Made
That was his
pizzas.
job. Made delicious pizza that he couldn't eat.
Oh, dude, that like I remember Kyle's like eating pizza with Kyle post show. I like that's why like I wanted to go see his show because I was like, dude,
Yeah, we did go together. That's
I
hype
was
too.
like, Kyle, I'm gonna be honest, I was going too hard on you, but like I felt I was so like secondhand proud of Kyle that
Yeah.
he did it.
So Kyle's was kind of like it was a physical transformation because he was always a bigger guy and he cut way down because he was always like the biggest guy in his group and he wanted to be that lean, jacked version of himself and he fucking did it.
Yeah.
Whether you maintain or not or whatever the hell you do after, nobody can take that away from you that you've done it. Just
Yeah.
like nobody can take the marathon away from me and you've got things you've accomplished nobody can take from you. Like it doesn't have to be physical. It's just a
Yeah.
challenge you give
Just
yourself and you fucking do it.
dude, even this, like this, there's like I said, like I've done this over 300 episodes,
Right.
and it's fun, and I love it, and it drives me crazy. But like, there's some days where I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to record, I don't want to edit, I don't want to put, I'm like, it's just too much. But now I'm like, I kind of get like the marathon mentality. Like, I've made it this far. Like, it would be worse to stop. Like at this point,
Yeah. The
and
marathon, like you say that marathon mentality is like in your head, you chip away the miles, 1 mile, 5 miles, 10 miles. You digest it. Say you're doing your videos. You don't think about doing 1,000 videos. You think about doing one.
yeah,
Okay, cool. I got a week's worth of videos. I remember when you told me, like, Edmund, don't buy a camera until you have 10 videos. Like, don't upgrade until because then you know that you actually like doing it, right?
dude,
And
that is
I
so
got like
crazy.
so hyped when I was able to like swipe on the screen and have like rows of videos. I was like, all right, now we're really doing this thing. Because
It's
before it's just like, man, I got four, I got enough to do a row. I got enough to do 2 rows. I
and
don't know. It's
it's
sad.
it's so it is there is something so satisfying about like just having that many. Like I get Casey Neistat's vlogging every day for I don't know how long, because that's like I feel like that's what I'm feeling about this, to like the 100th degree, doing it
Sure.
every day for 3.5 years or whatever he did. Hell no, dude, that's crazy. um
I think what do they say? They say discipline is doing what you need to do even when you don't want to do it. So that applies to my show that I'm trying to do. It applies to you doing the videos you want to do. Sometimes you're fucking tired. You don't want to edit and cut videos together, make thumbnails and post it. But every Monday, chilling
every,
with the homies is there.
we're here.
Hanging
Yo,
with.
yo, have you last thing we'll leave it on, because I could talk about this for days. Have you ever listened to Nipsey Hussle? Have I ever told you to listen to Nipsey
You
Hussle?
got me on. So when Nipsey passed, I was you and Merrick were the first I texted, and I was like, all right, give me the albums I need to download because I knew he was relevant in pop culture. I wasn't listening, and then I listened to the marathon for like weeks on end. Which unfortunately, like it was because somebody passed away, and you want to listen to their music. It sucks that like you don't appreciate them when they're here. But
Yeah.
what about
And
Nipsey?
just that's like one of his big thing is the marathon,
Right,
like the
right.
marathon mentality. And it's yeah, it's crazy. All right, we're about to get kicked out.
All right.
Um all right, next episode is the last one, and we'll have some merch to unveil.
I love it. All right, I'll catch up with you on text and call, man. We'll figure this out.
For sure, bro. Peace.